Then, now, forever. Together.
I'm the last guy to knock a revolution. I've led a few of those, you know. I admire revolutionaries. I respect evolutionaries. They are the lifeblood of the bloodline. So when Solo Sikoa seized the moment and became the tribal chief in Roman Reigns' absence, I didn't like it. I don't even think I respected it. But something deep down in me admired it. That took some forward thinking.
I'm the chief now!
Now we all know what happened when the OG bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, faced the new rogue bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa, in the War Games. But there was a discussion here while planning the WWE 2K25 showcase that has me, your wise man, admittedly a little intrigued. What if War Games was limited to only OG bloodline, no honorary uses, versus Solo's rogue bloodline, no honorary uses? It's 4-on-4 Roman Reigns. The Usos, Sami Zayn, versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and the most dangerous new competitor WWE has ever seen, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. What happens then? This is your moment to determine who is the real bloodline. This is your moment to determine who is the only bloodline. This is where the bloodline's legacy and the bloodline's future is in your hands.
The following contest is the men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. Two teams will be contained in separate cages, with one member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins. The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the War Games begin!
The bloodline is in chaos. This wrestling dynasty is on the brink of collapse.
This conflict goes far beyond acknowledgement, Michael. This man and the original bloodline are fighting for their livelihood.
Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jey Uso!
This man and the rest of the original Bloodline is under attack. The new Bloodline will do whatever it takes to wipe out the old guard.
But this man and the rest of his crew will not go down without a fight. This is a power struggle that could not be contained by a traditional 20-by-20 ring. He's ready to bring the heavy fire to the new Bloodline.
The original Bloodline was created with the wisdom of the elders, but this man and the new Bloodline are destroying what was built.
Well, this conflict was unfathomable until now. The new Bloodline is ready to hunt.
And from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu!
The new Bloodline does not live by a code. They do not act with honor. This man says the OG Bloodline will suffer the consequences of their disloyalty. We are looking at a heavy hitter with pure malice in his eyes.
And he's looking to make his name at the expense of the old guard of the Bloodline.
The OG Bloodline have never faced a threat like this.
The island of relevancy is no more. The OG Bloodline is fighting bloodthirsty savages who will feast on whatever they can.
There will be no hesitation in pulling the trigger, and the OGs have got to match that ferocity.
And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held down. His crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief. From the top, diving headbutt!
Headbutt, 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 headbutt!
Over and over. So much aggression.
8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jey, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's out for every member. From the top, diving headbutt!
Jey looking up high.
Oh, the high risk pays off.
Attempting high-risk move after high-risk move at a breakneck pace.
The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now.
So
What's Jacob Fatu's intentions here? DDT! Jacob about to end this fight. Tonga Loa now entering the fray of Bloodline War Games.
the odd man in, and he's looking for an ace up his sleeve now.
Adding some extra spice to the numbers advantage by coming in armed to the teeth.
Hoisted up high here.
Down and high.
Jacob Fatu taking the upper hand in a big way.
Somehow Jey's got to turn the momentum around.
Clothesline.
As if the numbers advantage wasn't enough, looking under the ring for a weapon now. He's setting his table up, and guys, someone's about to have a really bad night.
And walking through the structure door, this is where nightmares become reality.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me, yeah.
Great journalism there, Byron.
Thanks, Michael.
New entrant about to come in, and not a moment too soon.
A cracking blow from that flying trash can. Trying to string together as many hits with that weapon as possible. Oh, my God.
Gotta be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
Lariat! Super kick!
Look at this. Jacob is holding in.
And going for setup for a second time.
One down on a DDT!
No way Sammy recovers from that.
Looking like John Henry swinging the handle like that.
Oh, my God.
Taking full advantage of the full object in play here. Back-to-back attacks. I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much more talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob could take the mantle as the leader of the bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, his time as the tribal chief may come sooner than any of this. Hold on a second. He might be finding a submission hold here. He can tap all he wants.
And he breaks his own submission.
Maybe his plan was just to soften his opponent with that hold.
Super kick! Ouch!
Climbing into the ring.
He's looking for yet another exclamation mark. DDT! Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it?
If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tanga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tanga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son.
Taking flight!
Up on their shoulder.
Big knee.
Hey guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots in one of the most dangerous environments in all of WWE.
The next entrant incoming to even up the odds. Sami Zayn with a big boot.
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
The roar of this crowd.
Jay can seal it here.
He's already feeling the effects.
Lift off.
He finishes the climb.
Well, the options are pretty limited as to what comes next. Foot to
Zayn's looking weak in the knees. Could spell trouble. We've seen that look. Measuring up.
one more time.
DDT. Will Sami recover?
OG Bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group. It means something, but the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight.
We've got a numbers advantage incoming as the countdown is about to run out.
Good God in this moment. Oh, boy.
numbers advantage, but he wants something more. Very effective, though.
Crowd on their toes. This is what it is all about. Things could get ugly now as they head inside the cage.
Ramming him up. He's got a picture-perfect opportunity here.
Up high. He's doing some dangerous redecorating.
I think the table really ties it all together.
He could have got by Tonga. And look out. Here it comes. The Tonga twist. Victory nearly in hand for Tama Tonga. And his hand was once again the target. Time for him to defend against that. What a senton!
And that has to bring Jimmy down a peg.
Smash clean through the table. That's going to stop you for a long time.
Oh, man, that hurts even worse than it looks. Splinters everywhere.
Counting down the seconds as this match gets closer to being even.
Oh, man, adding more injury to injury with that hammer.
And the tribal chief is now entering Bloodline.
He's about to do it. He's about to do it again. Connecting on the DDT.
Terrible position for Jimmy.
Sent.
He could have got by top. War Games has officially...
Both wrists. Captured it.
Man, knee strike.
Tonga Loa put a stamp on this one.
Just trying to pound their opponent into the ground even further.
We're starting to see the effect of those continued attacks to the core.
Both wrists captured. Jacob Fatu's got a problem here.
Taking on even more brutal damage there.
Yeah, he could really use a miracle right about now.
Boom! Return fire with a headbutt. Wow, what a claw. Roman Reigns, look at this. Just clothesline after clothesline. Another vicious attack to his head.
That's the kind of offense that can ruin your whole balance. Super kick. Oof.
Samoan drop. Tonga Loa going up high. Sky high. Totally helpless at the moment. Gets slammed down. Oh, look at this. Just cranking the head. That's gonna hurt. My goodness, the human skeleton shouldn't have to endure Jiggy caught. And looking at Jacob Fatu. Now he hurt. DDT.
And it can be all over for Jay.
The wear and tear of this match is clearly starting to get to him.
Incoming.
These non-stop attacks on the torso have more than done their job here.
We could be looking at broken ribs.
Eyes are squarely set on Jimmy here.
Both wrists captured.
That was nasty.
Tama Tonga. One on top.
Sikoa is focused on finishing this.
Oh, no. So
And it with a Samoan spike.
that's one for Sikoa before. Reigns a birthday spear by Reigns. Is that all she wrote for Tonga Loa?
Gets reversed.
Is it enough?
No! He kicks out!
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
And Solo's team takes it.
All hail the true bloodline.
Here are your winners, Solo Sikoa.
Okay, a little bit out of character for your wise man, but that was a little bit difficult for me to watch. Seeing this family splinter into two groups, fighting against each other, it breaks my dark heart. But they're all grown men, and you settled the issue. Now let's give Solo credit. Forming Team Solo was, of course, his usual backup of Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, the sons of Haku, feared as one of the baddest men to ever walk planet Earth. Along with them, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, son of Tama, also known as TK All Day, the Tonga Kid, another fearsome competitor from WWE's golden era. But did you know that Haku and Tama once comprised one of WWE's most impressive tag teams? Haku had been considered family by the Dynasty for years on end, and his teaming with Tama, brother of Rikishi, solidified this for eternity. The Islanders were a formidable test for any tag team in WWE in the late 1980s, competing against teams like the Hart Foundation and the British Bulldogs. Initially fan favorites, the two would embrace a more hard-nosed approach and even teamed up with WWE Hall of Famer Bobby the Brain Heenan, finding even more success. The team flawlessly merged aerial excellence, martial arts mastery, and some good old-fashioned Islander grit. Perhaps their most infamous moment saw them actually dog-nap Matilda, mascot of the British Bulldogs, showing that they were willing to do literally anything to throw opponents off their game. Both men are still revered today as two of the real legit tough guys in the industry, names that instill fear simply upon mention, and they absolutely taught their children well. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa both loved to slowly brutalize an opponent in the traditional Haku style, while Jacob Fatu hurls his body at opponents from all angles with reckless abandon, much like Islander Tama in his TK All Day heyday. For their inclusion in the 2K25 showcase, we find the Islanders in a dream match, taking on another team that has mastered the air, ground fighting, and has their own brand of swag that keeps opponents guessing at all times. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the Street Profits. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins have put together one hell of a run in WWE, and the perennial tag team champions are going to find themselves in an unfamiliar setting, taking on Haku and Tama in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. Anyone can sneak a win out, but Haku and Tama often competed in this type of match to fully demonstrate the superiority to their opponents. And you can bet that they're out to do the same thing to Angelo and Tez. So get out there and showcase the tag team mastery that the Islanders used to terrorize their opponents. Lift your party cups and take one last sip for the Street Profits. And don't worry, no one will hold you responsible for the damage you and the Islanders caused them, because I assure you, the Islanders can handle the smoke.
It is time for the Street Profits to get themselves some of the Islanders.
Well, with all due respect to the smoke and the party cups, but AD and Tez need to up their game. This could be the Profits' night, but it's not going to be easy.
The Profits possess tremendous athleticism, but so do the Islanders. And let's not forget, the Islanders have Bobby Heenan in their corner.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match. Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 410 pounds, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits.
The Islanders are known for innovative double-team offense, but they're looking to do more than just beat the Profits.
Well, under the Brains' incomparable tutelage, the Islanders have become smarter and more brutal.
Tez and Dawkins better have their third eye open and their heads on a swivel.
The Street Profits had better be ready for what's coming.
Tez and Dawkins have to be ready to deal with any shortcut the Islanders can
And
find.
their opponents, accompanied by Bobby Heenan and a combined weight of
The Islanders versus the Street Profits in a best-of-3 falls match. This matchup represents two teams who want to rule the tag team division and have sharpened their offensive arsenals so one move can put away any opponent.
The Street Profits swag levels are at an all-time high, and they told the Islanders, watch out! Delivers the elbow!
A 2 out of 3 falls match is a different beast and a bit of a rarity in tag team competition. But one of these teams actually has a bit of a history with the stipulation.
Yeah, Cole, the Islanders have a history of success in multi-fall matches and in high-profile situations, no less. Take off!
Point of the elbow finds the mark.
And Montez Ford finds himself on the defensive.
The Islanders putting a beating on the Street Profits.
Ooh, pinpointing the trachea.
Ooh, and he stops that offense.
Ford showing how much punishment he can withstand before getting his own offense in.
Ford hoping to start a rush of his own with that attack.
So many accolades for Dawkins and Ford. Triple Crown Tag Team Champions, multiple WrestleMania wins. This win could be another major feather in their caps.
It could be, but for the Islanders, all those accolades are motivation. Haku and Tama know they're the best tag team around, so they want to knock off the Profits and prove it. Then maybe they'll get the respect they rightfully deserve.
Haku is picking the opposition apart.
The Islanders straight up crushing the Profits here.
Just like that, Haku gets stopped.
DDT!
Haku able to reverse. We're watching two great teams at work right now, but with the talent at this level in the ring, you have to wonder, are there any possible breakout single stars here?
Every one of these men has that sort of potential, Michael. I mean, Montez Ford has had moments of single success, competing in many high-profile matches on his own.
Though you'd be doing a great disservice to Angelo Dawkins, who has an equally impressive skill set should he go solo. And of course, both Islanders competed separately for a time in WWE before joining up. So you know that Tama and Haku could once again dominate as single stars.
Ouch. Nice sharp backhand.
Whoa! That'll fillet your chest.
Ooh. Kick right to the face.
This could do it! And keeps his partner alive.
Got him up. Look, I get that the Islanders are brutal, but when I look at Haku, I kind of see something royal about him.
Are you kidding me, Saxton? Haku's a big, mean dude.
Haku.
This fight seems to be heading in our...
He lets his opponent out of a submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
Boom, putting their full weight on the arm.
Straight impact on the throat. Getting raided with a succession of strikes. Oh, what a drop kick. On the mark, taking the wind out with a stomp to the solar plexus. Boom, what impact.
And that
think that just opened him up.
Yep, certainly did. Goodness, look at the blood flowing. I'm glad the Islanders are able to compete tonight. I was worried they'd have to serve another suspension.
Oh, what a phony charge that was. Heenan and the Islanders did an amazing job as dog sitters, and they got punished for it. Then again, the corrupt president who handed out that suspension also vacated the WWE Championship for no good reason.
Yeah, Corey, there's just too many things to correct you on there.
My God, the Islanders continuing the assault. The Street Profits just don't know the word quit.
This is not just about winning.
Taking flight. Down with the elbow.
Ford seems unable to turn the momentum here.
Montez is definitely in peril here.
Power slam.
This is a big night for the Street Profits. Their party cups are filled to the brim tonight. I took a sniff of it, and it nearly knocked me out.
I've seen tap water knock you loopy, Saxton, but I know for a fact that the Profits have the strong stuff in hand tonight. In fact, I've heard the Islanders plan on taking a victory swig after this match.
They can definitely handle it, Corey. Tom and Haku have very strong heads.
Lift off. Diving shoulder tackle.
Great sequence of offense from Haku.
Haku just smothering his opponent with offense. Boom! Deep trouble here for Montez.
And back elbow creates.
Schoolboy into the pin.
He may get the 3 count right here.
I think so.
He just might regret this decision.
The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on his side.
Sent right into the corner.
Devastation. The Profits battling with every ounce of their souls.
And the Islanders are unleashing a mauling.
Ooh, one step ahead there.
Boom. Pow.
There's the tag.
When it comes to teamwork, few do it better. On the second row.
Sends the knee into the face. That'll stop you. Headed to the top rope.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered.
Turns that in his favor. And that cancels out Tama's offense. With the lariat. Return fire from Dawkins. Oh! Ooh! Clothesline. He's climbing the turnbuckles to the top. Looking for something big here.
Up high.
Crossbody from the top.
Jeez, driving headbutt.
And Montez Ford finds himself on the defensive.
Somehow Montez has to turn the tide. Working to neutralize that arm.
Oh, on the apron, lifting it up into the ring. Bam! Suplex.
Tama putting it all on the line. Watch out!
Oh, coming down from way up top. And the Islanders just sent the Profits up in front.
We thought it was going to be the Street Profits going to the air this often.
The Islanders beating Angelo and Montez at their own game now.
And talk about giving a DDT with authority.
And into the corner he goes.
Wards that off. What a response.
Oh, on the apron, lifting it up into the ring. Bam! Suplex.
No surprise that what we're witnessing is trending.
Forget trending on social media. The motion in the arena is trouble up on the top rope. Almost took their arm
Tama with the cover, looking to end it. Second fall for the Islanders, and they beat the Profits.
Here are your winners, Tama and Haku, the Islanders.
What a matchup. The Islanders met the Street Profits at every turn in the air and the ground. This loss is going to hurt Dawkins and Ford for a long time.
Look, we saw tremendous tag teams do what they do best, but only one could win. And the Islanders stepped up and got the job done. Tama and Haku just proved they are...
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have the words to convey how proud I am to have been part of this historic showcase. Having worked alongside this family, this bloodline, for so many decades, reliving moments that I got to experience firsthand has been a privilege of the highest order. Introducing you to WWE legends that I hold in such high esteem, and also spotlighting the modern day greatness their descendants have provided you in recent years, all to pay tribute to the greatest wrestling family I have ever known, has truly been my privilege. To be successful in this industry is a 1 in a billion chance. To see one bloodline continuously pump out superstar after superstar, champion after champion, generation after generation, is a testament not only to the skills they possess, but also to the work they put in to become absolute masters of their craft. And it cannot be stated any other way. This dynasty, this family, this bloodline has mastered every single solitary aspect of professional wrestling. And by reliving their magnificent history, you've begun your path of mastery as well. You've conquered former champions, righted some very egregious historical wrongs, survived war games, and even settled the question as to who the true tribal chief really is. You've unlocked WWE legends who are now ready to unleash their special brand of offense on current WWE superstars who didn't think they'd ever have to face these classic competitors like Haku or the Wild Samoans. It wasn't easy, and you definitely had to get a little oozy along the way. But you showed that bloodline spirit and determination, and now you stand at the top of the mountain. On behalf of WWE and the 2K families, we all thank you so very much for playing. And on behalf of every fan of this beautiful performance art known as professional wrestling, we thank you, the Anoa'i, Fatu, and Maivia clans, for decades of entertainment and generations of pure brilliance, for creating greatness with your hard work and sharing it with all of us so freely. Before we go, we do have one last surprise for you at home. Now that you've showcased your skills and earned a spot as an honorary Uce, it's time for you to choose who rules your WWE Universe as the Tribal Chief. Is Roman Reigns still your Tribal Chief, or have you thrown in with the attempted coup by Solo Sikoa? Do you want to see Tamina finally rule over everyone? Or is it TK all day, every day, don't you say? Regardless of who you choose, you've earned the right to acknowledge your tribal chief.
The following match is the 2K Showcase Tribal Gauntlet. The winner of this match will be acknowledged as your Tribal Chief. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. When one superstar is eliminated, a new superstar enters. Eliminations can occur by pinfall, submission, disqualification, or countouts. The match will be won if the first entrant eliminates all other entrants in the match.
The Bloodline Gauntlet match begins here, gentlemen, with our first entrant.
A superstar with a daunting challenge ahead. Wow! How's this for an opening opponent in a gauntlet match?
Makes you want to throw in the towel before the bell even rings.
And from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds, High Chief Peter Maivia!
And on the other side of this first hurdle, just one of the Bloodline's most savage and powerful members.
The Bloodline starting things off with a bang, looking to make short work of this challenger. History being made right here. The most prestigious family in the history of our business is at war with one of their own members, and tonight will be a battle to set order to the entire Bloodline.
An uphill battle is what it will be. You have the toughest